It's often necessary for an ASP.NET web application to send email messages. Session 9 of the Essential Skills course in this series shows you how to configure email settings for ASP.NET controls that automatically send emails. In this lesson, you'll learn how to use the SmtpClient class to send email messages using C# code. To begin, open the JOSBAR Web Application project from your Sample Files folder. And open the code behind file of default.aspx. You're going to add code to make the contact form on this page functional. First, remove all code from the button Sign Up Email click event handler. Now, you'll need to add code to create an instance of the SmtpClient class. First, add using lines to the top of the page with the following code. Using system.net using system.net.mail. The SmtpClient class is in the system.net.mail namespace, so this will make it easier to access. The system.net namespace contains the network credential class. You'll need this to send a username and password to the SMTP mail server. Now add the following code to the button Sign Up Email click event handler. SmtpClient client equals new SmtpClient. This code creates a new instance of the SmtpClient class. You'll now need to configure the SmtpClient object. The host, port, and credentials properties have to be set manually in order to test the email send facility on your local machine. This isn't always the case when you publish a website to a web server, because if the web server has been configured to allow emails to be sent, the SmtpClient object may automatically detect the correct settings. You can also avoid configuring the SmtpClient object manually by placing email settings in the web.config file. The easiest way to do this is to configure your application's SMTP settings using the ASP.NET configuration utility. This was covered in Session 9 of the Essential Skills course in this series. If you've configured your SMTP settings in web.config, you can simply use the smtpClient.send method without needing to set any properties. You may already have access to a working SMTP mail server and know which settings to use. If you don't, but still want to test this fully, you can use Google's free email service by signing up for a Gmail account at www.gmail.com. If you are using Gmail, the following settings were correct in June 2012, but as with all things on the web, they may change. Client.host equals smtp.gmail.com. Client.port equals 587. Client.credentials equals new network credential, then your Gmail address, comma, and your Gmail password. Next, you'll need to add the code to send the email message. Add the following code on the next line. String address to sign up equals text box email address dot text. Client dot send simon.smart@learnasp4.com, then your email address, then discount sign up, and then sign up plus address to sign up. This code attempts to send an email message from simon.smart@learnasp4.com to your email address. The message will have the subject discount sign up and the body text sign up, the email address that the user entered on the form. In a real project, you'd now display some kind of confirmation message, but we'll settle for just disabling the controls on the page. Add the following code: button sign up email dot enabled equals false, text box email address dot enabled equals false. Now let's test the page. View default.aspx in your web browser. Now scroll down to the bottom of the page, enter your email address into the text box, and click Give me free beer. The email message is sent and the controls are disabled. If you got an error message, it was probably caused by an error in the host, port, or credentials settings. If you're sure you have the correct settings, but still receive an error message when testing this code, it is possible that you need to enable SSL, or Secure Socket Layer. To do this, set the client.enableSSL property to true. SSL is used to send email messages securely. Some email services may refuse to send messages without SSL. Now check your email. If you correctly configured the SmtpClient object and followed this lesson's instructions, you will find the email message in your inbox. Although this lesson covers the basics, you might want to do more advanced things with email, such as sending attachments. This can be achieved by using the Mail Message class, which has properties and methods for many more advanced features, including attachments, encoding, and priority. Once you've created your Mail Message object, you can send it by using the SmtpClient.send method that you used in this lesson. Close Visual Studio now, saving your changes if prompted. You've now completed Lesson 2.9. Send email messages using the SmtpClient class.